to provide guidance to mankind.
Yes, it's time for heavy haulage, and it's Cadzow. Cadzow is a Scottish company, and this model is a Mercedes-Benz Actros Gigaspace 6x4 with a Nooteboom MCS semi-low loader 4-axle. For some reason on the box the Actros is called a Gigspace, which sounds high-tech. This limited edition model is made by IMC. Let's see if it is heavy haulage. And the box weighs just over £3, or about 1.4 kilograms. As you can see, the model comes in a nice Cadzow branded box, and inside the box itself is high quality. Enjoy the Little Things is IMC's trademark phrase, and lifting the lid on the box has that nice precision feeling. Inside there is some high quality packaging, and the tractor and the trailer are separately packed. First up, there's a bag of parts for the tractor, and after that we just need to carefully lift the tractor out. We then press repeat for the trailer. First there's a bag of parts, and then there's the model itself. In the parts bag there's an alternative fifth wheel in case you want to fit a trailer with a wider kingpin. And the only other assembly to do on the tractor is to fit the optional driver. And here he is, and he tries to look super cool by wearing sunglasses. Well, I'm not fooled by that, so I'm just going to grab him by the head and push him into his seat in the cab. And as you can see, there's no fight in him at all, and he goes in very easily. There's a bit more assembly to do on the Nooteboom trailer, and the first thing to do is to fit some side panels on the gooseneck. These are metal and they press into preformed holes, and they're quite a tight fit. But at least that means they don't pop out easily as you're driving along. This trailer has loading ramps, and rather than chains, there is this plastic part that's used to keep the loading ramp in position when travelling. It's a soft plastic part, and you press it in holes into the ramp, and then you have to fit it into holes in the trailer deck. It is all a bit fiddly using 1:1 scale fingers, but once inserted, it does stay in place. After that, we can join up the tractor and trailer, and on this model there's not much clunk-click, actually because the kingpin is quite loose-fitting into the fifth wheel. Let's put the truck onto the Cranes etc. weighbridge, and it's about £1 9 ounces, or if you like a bit of metric, 0.7 kilograms. Starting with the Actros, and the chassis detailing is really good. The rear suspension and transmission is all there, and moving to the wheels, all of the tyres have a decent tread pattern. Other nice parts of the detailing are the various tanks and exhaust system, and particularly good is the limited edition number plate. And as you can see, 300 have been made. There's a nice aerodynamic spoiler on the roof, and both the beacon lights and light bar are attractive. Also looking good are the large graphics. These continue below the windscreen, and also looking really good is the Mercedes-Benz logo and the front grille. There's very nice chevron decorations and a number plate. A highlight of the detail are the graphics on the side of the cab. These are very detailed and very sharp, and combined with the Cadzow colour scheme, they make for a very attractive looking model. Added to that are the very smart wheel trims. Behind the cab there's nice casting details and also some work lights, and the cabinets also have handles detailed. There are some coiled up airlines, and a nice textured walkway surface. The wheel arches are plastic like on the real truck, and the rear wheels also look very nice. At the back there are lights and a number plate. The trailer detailing looks nice with a nice structure around the kingpin, There are marker boards indicated, but they're not functional. And a couple of tanks have also been modelled. The steering mechanism has been modelled, although it's not joined to the hydraulic rams at the front. And at the back the stabilisers are modelled, but they're non-functional. Starting at the gooseneck, and there's some very nice detailing. And particularly good are the tiny graphics, including the Nooteboom logos. And there's also a yellow stripe down the edge. Looking at the deck, and there's replica timber inlays. And they also have the bolt locations detailed. Tiny graphics and the yellow stripe continue down the edges of the deck, and the small wheels are detailed. At the rear, the metal deck has a textured surface, and right at the back there's a Nooteboom logo. At the rear, the loading ramps have hydraulic rams, and there are beacon lights and a number plate. Starting at the rear, and the wheels share common axles, so they spin together. And at the front, the steering angle is excellent. There's a large range of movement, and even at the maximum, the wheels still spin. Out we go onto the Cranes etc. test track, and the Actros rolls well enough in a straight line. But the highlight is the cornering ability, which on this model is excellent. IMC's trademark features for these tractors are opening cab doors. And they open to a decent angle, and that gives you a good look inside the cab. Moving to the trailer, and the wheels all spin well enough, but they're mounted quite loosely on their bearings. And we'll see the effect of that later. There is linked steering on all 4 axles, but the achievable angle is quite restricted. A nice feature of the trailer is that it's extendable, and you can see there are indentations in the spine beam. And those are there to allow a locking pin to be inserted, so you can lock the extension that you want to achieve. Out on the road, the trailer rolls, but the loose bearings in some of the wheels give some unevenness, so you do need to carefully pose the model. With the steering set, you can achieve a shallow steering angle. Another feature of the trailer is that the loading ramps do work. They are hinged and they fold down nicely. And of course you can simulate loading on your desktop. Moving back to the extendable trailer, and it does open to a very good length, and it does so smoothly. Let's get the tape out and do a quick dim check. And fully extended, the trailer measures about 18 inches or 46 centimetres. Of course, a model like this always looks good with a load on board. And here we have a very nice section of tram. And this particular load is also made by IMC. Or of course you can load other equipment. This is a very attractive looking model in Cadzow colours. The standard of detailing is very high and gives a realistic appearance, and most of the functionality is very good, with just some aspects of the trailer functionality not being the best. But overall this is an interesting limited edition which is very good.